Alright, Jason Price back here with you. Um, so, we've covered a number of things. Yes, Firefox, that was embarrassing. So, we've covered a number of things, but what we're going to cover right now is how to actually use some of the databases, and I'll show you which one we're going to start with. And remember, here underneath the Students tab, here's the online databases. And you just click on that, and we go into what we're going to start with is the TextShare databases. I'm going to show you something called Academic Search Complete, which is basically it's a database. Okay, and to get there, you can do it a number of ways. You can just scroll down and find it, or you can click on the complete list of databases, and then here it is, right there, Academic Search Complete. So, what Academic Search Complete is, it's a database that has, about 8,000 full-text magazines and newspapers. Everything ranging from Sports Illustrated to the most advanced physics and nursing and chemistry and history and English journals that you can find. So when you click on that, it's going to bring you to a screen that looks like this. So it's got a bunch of different search boxes and pull-down menus. And then down here at the bottom you can see all the different search options that you can use. So you can either do your search first, or you can limit the results based off of what you're going to be looking for. One thing that you're always going to want to do is click on the full text. And what that does is it will return only things that you can read electronically. Now, if you search without that, you're going to find some stuff that this database will tell you, yes, it exists, but it only exists in paper form. We don't have access to it. You'll have to do one of those interlibrary loans to find it, and that can take from 2 days to 6 weeks, assuming the library ever sends it at all that owns it. So you'll want to do that for sure. And then let's say, and it doesn't matter, whatever you're looking to do, you just type something in. So let's say we were going to look for something on Washington. You just search that. Okay. Now, you can take a look, and what this is going to do is this is going to return results, everything that has Washington in it. Well, the problem with that is, did you mean Washington State? Did you mean George Washington? Did you mean Washington, D.C.? So on. Did you mean Booker T. Washington? So on and so forth. So, and you'll notice that there's almost 200,000 results for that. My guess is you don't want to sift through all that kind of stuff. Well, so let's change this a little bit. Let's say I meant George Washington. Maybe. All right, there we go. George Washington, and I'm going to put them in quotes. Okay. That means it'll return everything that has George Washington, exactly in that order. And let's say I wanted to talk about him during the Revolution. Okay, now let's see. Well, that's a little bit better. Now we only have 230. So, let's say, for argument's sake, this is what we're going to use. Okay. So you can take a look, and right here in the middle of the page, here's article number 1 that pops up. Here's article number 2, as indicated by the numbers 1 and 2. So you probably could have figured that out without me. The title of the article that is being returned is in blue. Underneath it, you can have all the what we call bibliographic information. So it's the author, the date of publication, the volume, the issue, the page numbers. A lot of students care how many pages articles are when they're looking for things, and a lot of faculty members do too. Because a lot of faculty will tell you, well, it has to be 10 to 20 pages or it's not going to work. Okay, so this first one's only 6, the second one's 11, so that one would work. In addition to that, one thing that's very helpful, you can see this little piece of paper with the magnifying glass over it. If you hover over it, it gives you all that information, plus it gives you what's called the abstract, and you can see it right down here. And basically all that is 100 to 250 word summary of what's actually in the article. So it saves you the trouble of having to click on the article and read through it and see if that's going to be something that interests you, and then go, well, I just wasted my time, this sucks, I don't want to mess with it. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you, perfect. If not, you can keep scrolling down and you can see all the different things that get returned, and some of them will work, some of them won't. So you know, if you don't return something on the very first try, keep in mind that you can always go back and change a lot of the options, and there's the option to do that on the left-hand side of the screen. You'll notice here that there's a little box that says scholarly or peer-reviewed journals. Well, if you click that, it's only going to return things that are written by academics that go through a peer review process, which means that professionals in the field, they actually write the articles, and then other professionals review it and determine if that's good enough research. And then, of course, some of your instructors will require publication date. You'll know there's a slider. And so we've got stuff that goes all the way back to 1876. But this publication date, you can see out of the results that we've got, the oldest is 1944, the newest is this year. But some instructors only want you to do 1993, and I'm thinking of John Jordan specifically, as he likes to do things from after the 500th anniversary of Columbus. But if you click on update, you'll notice that it'll take us from 230 to, okay, now all of a sudden all we have is 44. So a lot of those were non-academic articles. So that's pretty much it. I'll catch you up on how to actually read the article in part 2.